We're nearing the undisputed heavyweight championship fight between the all-time great Oleksandr Usyk, the pride of Ukraine, versus Daniel Dynamite Dubois, the IBF champion of the world. The man who, I saw a video of him 10 years ago saying that he destroyed Anthony Joshua in sparring. And ever since that video, I knew, I didn't have a question in my mind that Daniel Dubois will become a legend. And Daniel Dubois, not only is he a world champion now, but he's going up against the greatest of this era. And this is the rematch. The first fight was controversial to say the least. In my opinion, Daniel Dubois knocked out Oleksandr Usyk in their first fight. But the referee gave Usyk a lot of time. Usyk claimed that the shot was a low blow, even though it wasn't. And Daniel Dubois was robbed of a knockout victory against the greatest heavyweight of our generation. But he gets a second chance now. Will it be repeat or will it be revenge? Now, if Daniel Dubois knocks out Usyk, will it actually be revenge? I'll call it repeat because I believe he already knocked out Usyk. And I believe that he might just do it again. Usyk, you gotta give the man his credit. As an amateur, as a cruiserweight, as a heavyweight, he's done it all. And he's trying to become undisputed for the second time in the heavyweight division. He became undisputed at cruiserweight, heavyweight against Tyson Fury, and now he's trying to become undisputed again for the second time in less than a year. Without a question, Oleksandr Usyk is special. And I've always knew that Usyk was special. But you know who's also special? 27-year-old Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois, he's not coming to play boxing tip and tap with Usyk. He's coming to take Usyk's head off. He's coming to knock out Usyk to the head or to the body. And you would be fooling yourself if you don't think that Daniel Dubois can knock out Usyk to the head or to the body. In that first fight, Daniel Dubois wasn't as half as the fighter that he is today. Since that night in Poland, when he was robbed versus Usyk, ever since that night, he came back and exercised his demons and knocked out Jarrell Miller, knocked out Filip Hrgović, the man who allegedly sent Dubois to the hospital back when they sparred when Dubois was a kid. Dubois came and conquered him, knocked him out, broke him. And then, like I actually predicted that Dubois was going to knock out Joshua in the first round. And he almost did it. He dropped him in the first, destroyed him, dropped him countless times, 3 to 4 times, and eventually ended Anthony Joshua's career. Now, Anthony Joshua is a living legend, but it is simply Daniel Dubois' time. That is why Daniel Dubois ran him over. So when you talk about the Daniel Dubois of today, he is a completely different fighter. He is a completely different man than the Daniel Dubois we saw versus Usyk almost 2 years ago. I believe Daniel Dubois is 28 years old, or I'm not too sure if he turned 28 years old, 27, 28 years old. He's coming into his prime. Usyk, on the other hand, he's 10 years older than Daniel Dubois, and not just that. Usyk has had nearly 300 amateur fights, and that takes a significant toll on you physically and mentally. Now Usyk, one thing you gotta give him credit for, I would have never thought that he would have gave Daniel Dubois the rematch. Why would you? You're fighting one of the hardest punchers in the game. You already survived and escaped with a victory last time you saw him. Why would you take this fight again? And Daniel Dubois now is way more dangerous than he was 2 years ago. But that speaks volumes about the greatness of Oleksandr Usyk. He's done it all as an amateur. He's done it all as a cruiserweight. And he's done it all as a heavyweight, and he's attempting to do it all over again. What an unbelievable fight. 90,000, Wembley Stadium, next Saturday. Dynamite Daniel Dubois versus Usyk for all the marbles, for all the belts, heavyweight supremacy. Will it be the crowning moment of Daniel Dubois, or will Usyk simply solidify himself as the greatest of this era? As we get closer, I'll break down the fight and I'll give my final prediction. But he might just well come in and be crowned as the new king of the heavyweights in his hometown when he knocks out Oleksandr Usyk.